Hello, everyone. How are you? Today, I want to talk about a topic that affects millions of people around the world, but that doesn't always receive the attention it deserves or a complete explanation. I'm talking about acid reflux, a problem that goes far beyond that unpleasant feeling of heartburn after a meal. Did you know that reflux can be a reflection of what's happening with your stomach's pH? And that the most common solution we hear about may actually be the opposite of what we should be doing? I'm Dr. Nelson Marquez, and in today's video, in addition to explaining what's really behind acid reflux, we're going to talk about how some simple, natural measures can be much more effective than the indiscriminate use of medications. And look, this is one of those topics that, when we understand it, everything about our health starts to make sense. So, grab a pen and paper, or just pay close attention, because today we're going to simplify this subject for you. What is acid reflux anyway? Acid reflux is exactly what the name suggests. Stomach acid flows back up into the esophagus. But why does this happen? Let's understand the process. Esophagus, stomach, and sphincter. We have the esophagus, which carries food to the stomach. Between them, there's a muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter. It works like a door. It opens to let food pass through and closes to prevent it from coming back up. Now, inside the stomach, the environment is extremely acidic, with a pH between 1 and 3. This level of acidity is essential because it helps in the digestion of food. It stimulates the sphincter to remain firm and tightly closed. But here's the surprising detail. Reflux usually happens when the stomach is less acidic than it should be. The root of the problem: insufficient acidity. It is common to think that reflux is caused by excess acidity. But in reality, the problem is when the pH of the stomach rises, reaching around 4 or 5 less acidic. When this happens, the sphincter loses its tone and relaxes, allowing acid to rise into the esophagus. Food stays in the stomach longer, ferments and increases internal pressure, forcing reflux. The acid irritates the esophagus, which does not have the same protection as the stomach against corrosive substances. If this continues for a long time, it can lead to more serious conditions, such as Barrett's esophagus, where the cells of the esophagus begin to undergo precancerous changes. 2 pillars to resolve reflux naturally. Now that we understand what happens, let's talk about what you can do to improve it. Adjust the pH of the stomach. A simple and affordable solution is the use of apple cider vinegar. It helps to reduce the pH of the stomach, bringing it back to the ideal level. It stimulates digestion and improves the tone of the sphincter. Apple cider vinegar is famous for its benefits, including improving digestion, increasing insulin sensitivity. How to use it? Dissolve a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a glass of water and drink before meals. Autonomic nervous system and stress. The second factor often overlooked is the impact of the autonomic nervous system, the system responsible for controlling involuntary functions of the body, such as digestion. When we are stressed, our body goes into fight or flight mode, reducing the production of gastric acid. This directly affects digestion and the functioning of the sphincter. Practical tip: relaxation techniques such as meditation and deep breathing can help reduce stress and improve the balance of the digestive system. Why is everything connected? Digestion is a chain process. Each step depends on the previous one. Chewing. The more you chew, the better the food is prepared for the stomach. Gastric digestion. Stomach acid starts the breakdown of proteins and stimulates the next steps. Digestive tract. Nutrients continue to be absorbed along the intestine. If something goes wrong at the beginning, the entire system is harmed. Therefore, taking care of the pH of the stomach and managing stress are fundamental steps to avoid reflux and improve digestive health as a whole. And now, what's the next step? Now that you know how the pH of the stomach and the autonomic nervous system are directly linked to acid reflux, what can you do in practice to implement these changes in your routine? Adjusting your diet. The foods you eat have a huge impact on stomach acidity and sphincter health. Here are some dietary tips, foods that help. Green leafy vegetables, rich in magnesium, which improves digestion. Ginger, natural anti-inflammatory that helps calm the digestive system. Natural yogurt and probiotics to balance the intestinal microbiota. Avoid foods that weaken the sphincter. Coffee and caffeinated drinks. Fatty foods and fried foods. Excessive citrus fruits, such as oranges and lemons, especially on an empty stomach. Extra tip: eat smaller, more frequent meals to avoid pressure on the stomach. Improve your chewing. This may seem simple, but it makes a big difference. Chewing slowly and carefully helps the digestive system work better and reduces the load on the stomach. Remember, digestion starts in the mouth. Stay active. Moderate physical activity can help improve intestinal transit and strengthen the muscles of the digestive system. Just avoid very intense exercises right after meals, as they can cause discomfort. Sleep properly. If you suffer from reflux at night, try these strategies. Raise the head of the bed by about 15 to 20 centimeters. This helps keep the acid in the stomach while you sleep. Avoid lying down right after eating. Wait at least 2 to 3 hours. About the nervous system and digestion. Acid reflux isn't just about food or acidity. It's about overall balance in the body. As mentioned earlier, the autonomic nervous system plays a crucial role. Here are some practices to take care of your mental health and, consequently, your digestion. Deep breathing techniques. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and digest mode. Practice mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness help reduce stress by regulating stomach acid production. Avoid multitasking while eating. Focus solely on your meal. Eating while watching TV or working can interfere with the digestive process. Want a complete natural approach? In addition to apple cider vinegar, there are other supplements that can help. Betaine HCl with pepsin helps restore proper acidity levels in the stomach. Digestive enzymes helps break down food, especially for those who have difficulty digesting proteins. DGL, deglycerinated licorice, protects the lining of the stomach and esophagus, reducing irritation. Caution: always consult a healthcare professional before introducing any supplement, especially if you are already undergoing treatment. Treating acid reflux naturally is possible and involves adjusting your diet, improving your digestion, and managing stress. Everything is connected, from the pH of your stomach to the balance of your nervous system. So how about starting small? Try apple cider vinegar before meals, practice mindful chewing, and dedicate a few minutes of your day to relaxation. The difference can be incredible. Oh, and one more important thing before we wrap up. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent changes. Too often we are so focused on quick fixes that we forget that taking care of our bodies is an ongoing process. Supplement with hydrochloric acid, betaine HCl. When your stomach doesn't produce enough hydrochloric acid, it can compromise digestion. This is where betaine HCl comes in, a supplement that helps restore stomach acid levels. How does it work? This acid helps reduce the pH of the stomach, activating pepsin, an enzyme essential for breaking down proteins. And why is this important? When the pH is too high, i.e. less acidic, digestion is impaired. With betaine HCl, the pH of the stomach reaches the ideal level for processing food. Golden tip: products like Zypan, which combine hydrochloric acid, pepsin, and even pancreatic enzymes, are great allies. But be careful. If you have ulcers or active gastritis, avoid starting here, as the acid can intensify the discomfort. In this case, it is better to opt for gentler solutions. Gentle relief: okra with pepsin. If you are dealing with a more delicate condition, such as gastritis or ulcers, it is best to start gently. Products like okra pepsin E3 are great because they aid digestion with gentle enzymes. They contain soothing ingredients that protect the stomach lining, reducing discomfort while promoting digestion. This approach is like a hug for your stomach before introducing more intense acids. The role of salt in the production of hydrochloric acid. Did you know that salt, sodium chloride, is essential for the body to produce hydrochloric acid? Chloride, present in salt, is one of the main raw materials for this production. Make a smart choice. Opt for sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, which provide not only chloride, but also important minerals for the body. Fascinating curiosity. Seawater is so rich in chlorine that, adding up all the oceans, there are approximately 50 quintillion kilograms of chlorine, half the mass of the moon. But even with such abundance on the planet, your body needs you to provide it through food. Interesting, right? Probiotics, your invisible allies. Last but not least, let's talk about probiotics, the good bacteria that help balance your intestinal flora. When your gut is healthy, it helps your digestion more efficiently. Why does this matter? A balanced microbiota helps with nutrient absorption and reduces problems like bloating and indigestion. Go for fermented foods like natural yogurt, kombucha, and kefir. Or choose high-quality probiotic supplements. Small changes, big impacts. Adjustments to your routine. In addition to supplements and dietary adjustments, did you know that the simple act of chewing your food well can significantly improve your digestion? Oftentimes, the rush of everyday life makes us eat quickly, which overloads the stomach. Let's slow down. Practical tip. Chew each portion at least 20 to 30 times before swallowing. This helps to break down the food mechanically and mixes it with salivary enzymes, preparing the stomach for work. Bonus benefit. You feel fuller and eat less, which is great for those trying to maintain or lose weight. Hydrochloric acid. What could be reducing its production? You may be wondering, why doesn't my body produce enough acid? There are several factors that can interfere, including chronic stress. Did you know that it can literally turn off the production of acid in your stomach? This is because the body, under stress, prioritizes other functions over digestion. Nutrient deficiencies. Minerals such as zinc and B vitamins are essential for acid production. Make sure you're getting enough. Overuse of antacids. Although they are useful in the short term, antacids can unbalance the pH of your stomach in the long term, making digestion difficult. How to know if you have low acid production? A simple, homemade test is the baking soda test. Here's how it works. In the morning, on an empty stomach, mix 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water and drink it. Time yourself until you burp. Less than 2 minutes. Normal acid levels. More than 2 minutes may be a sign of low acid production. This test is not a substitute for a medical consultation, but it is a good starting point. Hydrate yourself intelligently. Drinking water is essential, but be careful when you drink liquids. Before or after meals, okay. During meals, avoid overdoing it, as this can dilute stomach acids and harm digestion. Ideally, you should drink 30 minutes after meals. So, are you ready to improve your digestion? Now that you know several strategies, from supplements to mindful eating and stress management, you're ready to experiment with what works best for your body. Remember that everyone is unique, and adapting these tips to your routine is essential. Foods that boost your digestion. In addition to supplements, including certain foods in your diet can be a real help in improving your digestion. Let's take a look at your stomach's best friends. Ginger helps stimulate digestive enzymes and reduces inflammation. Try a ginger tea before meals. Pineapple and papaya. These fruits contain natural enzymes, bromelain and papain respectively, that aid in the digestion of proteins. Bitter vegetables. Like arugula and artichoke, they stimulate the production of bile, essential for the digestion of fats. Quick tip: eat these foods as snacks or include them in your main meal to boost digestion. How do probiotics work magic in your gut? Let's delve a little deeper into the role of probiotics. These good bacteria are essential for balancing your gut flora. A healthy microbiota reduces inflammation and improves nutrient absorption. Boosting your immune system. About 70% of your immune system is in your gut. relieving problems like bloating and gas. Probiotics help break down food compounds that your body can't digest on its own. Include natural probiotics like kefir, plain yogurt, and kimchi, or opt for supplements with specific strains like Lactobacillus acidophilus or Bifidobacterium bifidum. Exercise and digestion. What's the connection? Did you know that being physically active can improve your digestion? That's because exercise helps stimulate intestinal transit and reduces problems like constipation. Light exercise, like walking after a meal, this is great for avoiding that heavy feeling after eating. Avoid intense exercise right after eating. This can cause discomfort like reflux. Wait at least 1 to 2 hours before a heavy workout. The power of conscious breathing in digestion. This one is simple but powerful. Digestion begins the moment we relax to eat. Conscious breathing techniques can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for turning on the digestive mode in the body. How to do it? Before you start eating, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale slowly for 6 seconds. Repeat 3 times. This not only reduces stress, but also prepares your body to process food better. A healthy stomach, a lighter life. Remember, taking care of your digestion is investing in your overall well-being. After all, the digestive system is where the nutrition of the entire body begins. With these tips, from supplements to healthy habits, you have a complete kit to transform the way you feel on a daily basis. Now tell me, which of these strategies will you try first? Or, if you have already tried one, how was your experience? I'm curious to know and ready to help you every step of the way on this journey to incredible digestive health. Let's continue this conversation here. Have you ever imagined that your intestines can be as influential as your brain in controlling your health and well-being? Today, I want to invite you to dive with me into this fascinating connection between our digestive system and practically all of the body's functions. Let's explore it together, step by step, with scientific facts and practical tips that can transform the way you see your body. The journey of the digestive tract. Much more than food. When we think of digestion, it's common to think of it as just the process of breaking down food, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Each stage of the digestive tract, from the mouth to the large intestine, is like a piece of a puzzle. If one fails, the entire system suffers. It starts with chewing. Did you know that chewing well not only facilitates digestion, but also helps prepare the stomach to receive food? Here, saliva already begins to break down carbohydrates. In the stomach, this is where hydrochloric acid comes into play. It breaks down proteins, activates enzymes, and eliminates harmful bacteria. It sounds simple, but without this step, the next step of digestion would be chaos. Small intestine. This is where most of the nutrients are absorbed. If food arrives poorly digested, you lose precious vitamins and minerals. Large intestine. The microbiome's grand stage. Trillions of bacteria work here to ferment fiber, produce vitamins, like K and some of the B complex, and balance the immune system. Amazing fact. Your microbiome is unique, like a fingerprint. It is made up of bacteria, fungi, and viruses that together weigh about 2 kilos. This means that you carry more genetic material from microorganisms than your own DNA. The gut-brain axis, a two-way connection. Now comes the fascinating part. Our gut is called the second brain because it has its own nervous system, called the enteric nervous system, with over 100 million neurons. But it doesn't stop there. Neurotransmitter production. About 90% of serotonin, the happiness hormone, is produced in the gut. If the microbiome is out of balance, your mental health can suffer. Immune system. Up to 70% of immune cells are in the gut. A healthy microbiome is a line of defense against infections and inflammation. Impact on mood and cognition. Studies show that specific bacteria in the gut can reduce symptoms of anxiety, depression, and even improve memory. So taking care of your gut isn't just a matter of avoiding gas or abdominal pain. It's about optimizing your mental and emotional health, and even your productivity. The problem with treating only the symptoms. Now, I want to talk about a common mistake. Who hasn't felt heartburn or burning and rushed to take an antacid? It seems to solve the problem right away, but what happens later? When we neutralize stomach acid, we're disrupting the digestive process. Here's what can go wrong. Poor nutrient absorption. Without acid, minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium aren't absorbed properly, increasing the risk of anemia and osteoporosis. Leaky gut. Poorly digested foods irritate the intestinal lining, creating tiny holes that allow toxins to enter the bloodstream. This leads to chronic inflammation. Emotional repercussions. This inflammation can affect the brain, contributing to mood swings, mental fatigue, and even difficulty concentrating. Most importantly, stomach acid is there for a reason. It's a natural defense against bacteria and pathogens in food. When we neutralize it, we open the door to problems that could otherwise be avoided. How to work with your body, not against it. The solution lies in looking at your body holistically. Instead of treating just the symptom, we need to understand the underlying causes. Here are some simple steps to get started. Feed your microbiome. Eat foods rich in fiber, like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. They are the fuel for good bacteria. Consume probiotics. Plain yogurt, kefir, and kombucha are great options for introducing good bacteria into your gut. Avoid taking too many antacids. Consult a professional before using medications. Sometimes, the solution lies in changing your diet or lifestyle. Stay hydrated. Water is essential for keeping your digestive tract functioning properly. I have been using probiotics and supplements focused on balancing the microbiome in my clinic, and the results are amazing. The microbiome as the command center for health. Let's go even deeper. The gut microbiome is like the master control for many bodily functions, and when it is out of balance, the signs appear in places you might not expect. Signs of an imbalanced microbiome. Skin problems, acne, eczema, and even psoriasis can be linked to inflammation caused by a leaky gut. Constant fatigue. You may be absorbing less essential nutrients, such as iron, that are necessary for maintaining energy. Low immunity. Frequent colds and flu may indicate that your microbiome is not supporting your immune system properly. Weight changes. Both unexplained weight gain and weight loss may be related to dysbiosis, an imbalance between good and bad bacteria in your gut. An interesting fact. Recent studies indicate that a healthy microbiome can even improve the quality of your sleep. Certain bacteria help produce serotonin, which in turn is converted into melatonin, the sleep hormone. In other words, taking care of your gut can help you sleep better. Foods that work miracles for your gut. Did you know that small changes in your diet can have a big impact on the health of your microbiome? Here are some foods that can transform the health of your gut and consequently your life. Prebiotic fibers. These are the foods that good bacteria love. Include green banana, artichoke, ginger, garlic, and onion. Natural probiotics. These are the microorganisms themselves that help rebalance your microbiome. Examples: plain yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Polyphenol. Antioxidant compounds that stimulate the growth of good bacteria. Sources: berries, green tea, dark chocolate. Yes, it can be healthy. Avoid processed foods. Refined sugars and trans fats feed bad bacteria and cause inflammation. Simple changes, profound impacts. Here's the secret. The human body has an incredible capacity for regeneration when we give it the right support. By taking care of the microbiome, you're not only improving your digestion, but also promoting increased immunity, better mental health, more consistent energy, reduced chronic inflammation. Imagine waking up feeling more energized, happier, with a clear mind and your body working like clockwork. Sounds like a dream? It's not. It all starts in your gut. Transform your body from the inside out. The health of our body begins in what we call the command center, the gut, and the real transformation occurs when we are able to restore balance in the microbiome. It's like investing in a solid foundation for all the other functions of the body. Believe me, The change doesn't have to be drastic to start seeing results. Small daily actions make all the difference. Recent research shows that the microbiome not only affects digestion, but also our ability to absorb essential nutrients and even our mental health. A study from Harvard Medical School revealed that gut imbalances may be linked to anxiety disorders and depression. And if that wasn't impressive enough, another study from the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology suggests that a healthy microbiome can even reduce the symptoms of chronic inflammatory diseases, such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. This means that by taking care of your gut, you can directly improve your quality of life, with more energy, less stress, and greater resistance to disease. The secret is in how to take care of yourself every day. It's not just about what you eat, but also about how you think, sleep, and move. The balance between mind and body is essential, as they impact each other all the time. Let's talk about it. The impact of stress on the microbiome. Stress has the power to completely alter the microbiome. When we're stressed, our bodies release cortisol, a hormone that can throw our gut bacteria out of balance. This can create a vicious cycle. You feel more stressed, your microbiome suffers, you feel even more stressed, and so on. But don't worry. Breathing techniques, yoga, and meditation can help reduce the impact of stress, promoting microbiome balance and improving overall health. The importance of sleep for the microbiome. Believe it or not, while you sleep, your gut is working to regenerate itself. Good quality sleep is crucial for the functioning of the microbiome. During deep sleep, the body replenishes its cells and adjusts internal processes. So, if you are having trouble sleeping, it may be that your microbiome needs a tune-up. And remember, the quality of your sleep can be impacted by many things, including what you eat before bed. A balanced diet and the use of natural probiotics can help you have more restful nights. The microbiome and weight control. Did you know that your microbiome can directly influence your weight? It's true. Studies have shown that people with diverse microbiomes have an easier time maintaining a healthy weight. This is because certain gut bacteria help with the digestion and processing of fats, as well as regulating satiety. The microbiome can also affect insulin resistance and metabolism. If it's out of balance, your body may have trouble regulating blood sugar levels, which can lead to weight gain. Tip: high-fiber foods like whole grains and vegetables promote a healthier microbiome, which can help improve insulin sensitivity and help control weight in the long term. Creating a culture of wellness around you. Now that you know how your microbiome impacts your health, why not start making conscious choices every day to improve your quality of life? The goal is to create an environment within your body where balance is the focus, and transformation can happen continuously and naturally. So, what can we conclude so far? Maintaining balance in your body isn't just about what we eat, it's also about how we help our bodies adapt and respond to stress. And this is where a more holistic approach comes in. By including probiotics like Biome Terra and Immunobiome, we're taking care of our gut, which is the foundation of our overall health and, consequently, our mind. But what about the brain? We can't forget about it, can we? Brain support isn't just about improving cognitive function. The brain also regulates our responses to stress, anxiety, and even acid reflux. So when we take care of our brain with products like Mintran and tuna oil, we're not only promoting mental health, but also protecting our physical health. By giving our brain the right fuel, we can significantly improve our quality of life. Now, I want you to think, how many times have you felt overwhelmed by stress? Or how many times have you noticed that your gut symptoms, like acid reflux, worsened when stress hit? That's because our nervous system, the ANS, is constantly working, trying to balance our stress response and digestion. When we balance the ANS, we put our body into rest and digest mode, allowing it to recover and regenerate more effectively. So what's the best way to go about it? It's not about following a rigid formula and doing the same things every day, but about listening to your body and adapting to it. Vary the products you use, take breaks, and most importantly, stay in touch with your body. It will always signal when something is out of place, and the key is to pay attention to these messages. Now let's reflect. Are you taking care of all parts of your body in an integrated way? Are you giving your gut, your brain, and your nervous system the support they need to work together in harmony? Each of these parts is essential to your well-being, and when they work well together, your overall health improves. So, tell me, have you tried any of these supplements? What has your experience been like? Let's continue this conversation and discover together how we can improve our health, because taking care of yourself is always the best choice. I love it when we can continue this conversation, because understanding how our body works in an integrated way is a fundamental step to improving our health holistically. And do you know what's even more amazing? Everything is interconnected. When we take care of our gut, we're not just treating digestion, we're impacting our mental and emotional health, and even our overall well-being. Now let's talk a little more about this balance between the nervous system and the gut. As I mentioned, the autonomic nervous system, ANS, has two sides, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system is activated in times of stress, when we need to fight or flight. But it is the parasympathetic nervous system that helps us relax, digest food, get a good night's sleep, and perform all the essential functions for our recovery. And do you know what happens when the sympathetic nervous system is activated all the time? Now let's go a step further. What else can we do to optimize this process? The truth is that it is important to create a routine that supports your body to function at its best. This includes, in addition to supplements, daily habits such as mindfulness practices, deep breathing, healthy eating, and, of course, adequate rest. I know that modern life is super busy, but take some time to take care of yourself, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Sometimes, a simple moment of pause to breathe deeply can already help balance your nervous system and, consequently, improve your intestinal and brain health. Now, I want to know from you, which of these products or practices are you most curious to try? Or if you have already started including some of these habits in your routine, what has been the impact on your health? Let's share and continue exploring all that your body and mind can achieve when they are in balance. Let's talk about how stress can affect your body and the role of the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. Think of them as a seesaw. Whenever stress activates the sympathetic system, the parasympathetic system ends up left behind. But what does this really mean for your health? Let me explain. When you're faced with a stressful situation, the sympathetic system kicks in. It's your fight or flight response. This means that your body prioritizes sending blood to your muscles, preparing you to react quickly and escape danger. However, this comes at the expense of other essential functions, like digestion. Your body isn't going to worry about digesting your food when there's an immediate danger, right? So if your sympathetic system is in constant alert mode, your parasympathetic system, which controls functions like digestion, immunity, and even your ability to heal, is diminished. This can result in problems like acid reflux, because the parasympathetically controlled lower esophageal sphincter doesn't work properly when the sympathetic system is activated. But it doesn't stop there. Chronic stress also impairs the production of hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes. Sure, you can take supplements to correct your stomach's pH, but in the long run, the goal is to balance your stress response so that your body can handle it naturally, without the need for supplements. Plus, stress can harm your gut health, lower your immune function, and even affect your sex life. This explains why so many people struggle with digestive disorders and why fertility clinics are so popular. Stress isn't just a passing sensation. It can manifest itself in long-lasting, physical ways in your body. Now, the question is, how do you feel about stress? Sometimes we don't realize that we're stressed, or we think we've outgrown the stress of certain times in our lives. However, our nervous systems have been conditioned to respond to stress in a specific way since childhood, often mimicking our parents' behaviors without realizing it. The good news is that by understanding this, we can reprogram our bodies. It may take time, but with consistency, it can be done. The key is to relax, regularly practicing mindfulness, breathing exercises, and meditation are all effective ways to break this pattern of stress. And science is paying attention. Studies are showing that relaxation techniques, such as meditation, really do work, although many people have difficulty maintaining a consistent daily practice. But don't worry, there are shortcuts. One of the alternatives that has been gaining attention is the brain tap, a technique that can help relieve stress quickly and effectively. And if you're curious about how your body reacts to stress, you can even monitor it with blood tests. Yes, science can also help you understand what's happening in your body. I want you to think about the following. Stress is not something that you simply feel for a day or a week. It often builds up over the years and becomes a pattern in your body. This happens because our nervous system learns to react in a certain way and, without realizing it, we follow this pattern until it becomes almost automatic. You may not even realize it, but the way your body responds to stress is shaped from childhood, often imitating behaviors that we saw in our parents. Now imagine if you could change that. Yes, it is possible to reprogram your body, but like any change, it takes time and consistency. It's not something that will happen overnight, but with regular relaxation and mindfulness practices, you can start to change these chronic stress patterns. And the key to this is your ability to connect with the present moment, and that's where meditation and conscious breathing come in. I know a lot of people tell me that they don't have time or can't keep up with their meditation practice. And I get it. Life is busy, and we don't always have 30 to 45 minutes to dedicate to meditation. But what I want you to know is that meditation, mindfulness, and breathing techniques are more effective than you might think, and you don't have to sit in silence for hours. Even small sessions of 5 to 10 minutes can start to make a difference if done consistently. And if you don't have the patience to wait for meditation to give you the results you want, I understand. That's why there are other approaches, such as the brain tapping technique, that can provide quick and effective results for reducing stress. Some of these techniques are based on scientific research that is discovering how our brains and bodies can be trained to respond to stress in healthier ways. Plus, technology is here to help. Many modern biofeedback and guided meditation devices can be great shortcuts for beginners. They monitor your stress response and help you get into a relaxed state more effectively. This gives you a practical starting point until you get used to the practices and start to see the benefits in your daily life. The most important thing, though, is that you know that stress doesn't have to rule your life. By understanding the mechanisms behind the nervous system and stress, you can start to take control of your health in a more conscious way. This isn't just about relieving stress momentarily. It's also about transforming your relationship with it so that it doesn't harm your digestion, immunity, fertility, or even your sex life. Want to learn more about how science can help transform your body and mind? Stay tuned. We're here to guide you, bringing you research-based information so you can make informed decisions about your health. And remember, stress doesn't have to be an obstacle. With the right tools, you can overcome it and start living a more balanced and healthy life. So, what do you think? Are you ready to start changing your stress patterns and take control of your health? If so, subscribe, activate the bell, and don't miss any content that can transform your life. Share with friends, comment below your questions and experiences, and let's go together on this journey to a healthier and more conscious life. See you in the next video.